A Votmat Kalashnikova, popularly called the AK-47, the originating firearm of the Kalashnikov rifle family. Design work on the AK-47 started in the year 1945 and was finished in 1947. AK-47 is Soviet assault rifle, possibly the most widely used shoulder weapon in the world. Way beyond the description of the AK-47 rifle, it has become the most sought-after weapon for criminals around the globe, and Nigeria is not an exception. Even the late Mikhail Kalashnikov, the man who invented the iconic AK-47 automatic rifle, regretted ever creating the weapon, as it became synonymous with indiscriminate killing on a large scale. Criminals like the Boko Haram terrorists, herdsmen, kidnappers, and robbers use this weapon to kill Nigerians every day. There are different types of AK rifles such as the AK-74, AK-101, AK-103, modernized AK-74 scope rail and side-folding stock, AK-105, AK-102, AK-104 carbon, AK-107, AK-108, and the list is endless. In everyday crime news across all the available media, there is always a report of at least one AK-47 rifle present at every crime scene. In Nigeria, the AK-47 rifle and its numerous types can be termed as, in quotes, a weapon of mass destruction, end of quotes, as its availability makes it easy for killings of high impact to be perpetrated by the handlers. How did the AK-47 evolve into a weapon of choice for criminals like the herders, Boko Haram terrorists, kidnapping gangs, and armed robbers? Herders are men expected to use their Shepard rods to control the activities of the cattle as they move from one grazing location to another, and in the process live peacefully with settlers wherever they found themselves. Time and time again, AK-47 is used by many groups for many reasons. To the herdsmen, it is used for the killing of defenseless pensioned farmers and rural dwellers. To Boko Haram terrorists, it is a weapon of assault used in killing the gallant men of the armed forces who fight to defend the nation's territorial integrity. Yet to armed robbers, bandits, and kidnappers, it is used to kill innocent, hardworking, and resilient Nigerians who barely survive the harsh economy in Nigeria. The AK-47 rifle was designed to be easy to use, easy to repair, and reliable. The ruggedness of the gun makes it the perfect weapon for dirty and sandy conditions. No wonder it is synonymous with the lifestyle of the killer herdsmen. This dated back to the years immediately after World War II, when Russia, the then Soviet Union, was developing multiple weapons for multiple roles. It was developed as a weapon suitable for assault under the fear of total war with the listed attributes: the rapid-fire ferocity of machine guns, the possibility of lighter weight arms. A medium-powered rifle was capable of both automatic and semi-automatic fire. A rifle with an effective range beyond the length of a pair of football fields. In time past, criminals were said to have pistols, but only a few criminals still use that. They have migrated to the deadlier choice of weapons, the AK-47 range. However, reports reveal that AK-47 rifles, though sophisticated but are cheap, easy to maintain, relatively easy to get, and because it is good and near indestructible and can be produced locally as well, it became a perfect choice for Fulani herdsmen who coil it on their backs, making it well suited as a ready to use for evil and range. The herdsmen, whose job is to graze on the ground with cattle, have turned gunmen with rifles committing various degrees of crimes that seizes the attention of not just the community or state, but the whole country, and particularly targeting a tribe, region, and religion. Strategic firepower, design simplicity, top-level reliability, these are identified features that make the AK-47 rifle. But worthy of note is that AK-47 and an American assault rifle, the AR-15, which became known as the M16, has been the subject of countless comparisons. Both rifles have been used in conflict since 1960 and have been and are still used by the armed forces, terrorists, and criminals. They would most likely be used in decades to come. The modernized Kalashnikov automatic rifle AKM is the same as the AK-47, but the receiver is Stampede 2 and often also have folding stocks. It is a common modernizing variant of the AK-47 rifle, was said to have been developed in the 1940s. The Global Financial Integrity in its 2017 report puts the average cost of an illegally acquired AK-47 worldwide for these selected countries, which include Nigeria. They are Syria, $2,100, Lebanon, $1,606, Yemen, $1,396, Nigeria, $1,292, Pakistan, $1,205, Mexico, northern border, $1,200, Belgium, $1,135, India, $1,087. If $1,292 is converted into Nigerian naira, the value for an illegally acquired AK-47 is about 470,288 naira, while the locally made version is around $148, and in naira it stands at 53,872 naira.
He said he is the one that manufactured this AK-47 rifle. Okay, he normally goes to places where they sell scrap irons. It is from those scrap irons that he will get the type of iron that he can use to make the guns. Okay, he has manufactured this time for the other one, 7. He said the price varies. He says 100,000 or even 80,000 or even 50,000.
The unanswered question now is, how did the herdsmen and other criminal groups get access to these sophisticated weapons? How are they able to afford guns and bullets to kill, steal, and destroy precious souls of men, women, and innocent children? Sources who pleaded under the condition of anonymity explained that criminals such as terrorists, herders, and armed robbers use different methods of smuggling to run illegal arms into the country. Most times, undetectable methods to security operatives will look like a supply of food to internally displaced persons or those in rural communities. Through Nigeria's weak borders, the weapons arrive like ordinary goods. AK-47 rifles are dismantled and conveyed in small vehicles, well concealed to different parts of the country for heinous crimes. The first public relations officer, DCP Frank Umba, at a maiden briefing for the year 2020 in Kateri, Kaduna State, while showing a motorbike, said in quotes, "Security operative will naturally let a motorcycle rider go without knowing there is a specially designed chamber that acts as a concealment chamber for moving weapons from one place to another. If you have 2 AK-47 rifles with 150 rounds of live ammunition, you can cause immense havoc to a community." End of quotes. Sources confirm that the cartel of gun runners is sponsored by political gladiators who have the self-interest to put the nation in disarray. The gun runners allegedly import firearms from Turkey, Libya, brought in either by road or shipped. At the time, the federal government of Nigeria was in touch with Turkey on the frequency of illegal arms importation. Little or no gains were made to stop the proliferation of arms, a reason why the killer herdsmen still thrive in their heinous activities.
That they conceal these using, sometimes they bring them in hides and skin compartments from Burkina Faso. Some other times, they build fake compartments in their vehicles, on the floor of the vehicles, and load these arms and ammunition in those compartments.
On the 20th of February 2020, The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, revealed that none of the law enforcement agencies have in their possession the caliber of weapons in the artillery of criminals in Nigeria.
It is on record that the crisis we've been having in the southern part of the country is increased by the amount of weapons that come into our country and into the hands of these, whether you call them militants or criminals. The caliber of weapons they carry, none of us in the law enforcement agencies are carrying it.
However, it will be recalled that in 2017, the Buhari-led administration announced the plans of the government to withdraw $1 billion from the excess crude account to fight Boko Haram. This was intended to procure arms for the military, among other things. President Muhammadu Buhari withdrew $462 million from the excess crude account without getting approval from the National Assembly. Then in July 2019, the presidency said $876.9 million was already spent for the money domiciled at the Central Bank of Nigeria, with $123,101,571.29 declared unspent. After all this humongous money spent, insecurity is still the order of the day. Some have even accused the armed forces of huge compromise to the unending killings witnessed across the country. Considering the quantity of rifles available to criminals in Nigeria, what quickly comes to mind is, where did they get it? Who supplies them? How many are in the hands of criminals in Nigeria? Who is behind the regular supply of arms and ammunition to a notorious group which kill Nigerians daily? The disruptive tool AK-47 has flooded the world for over 60 years, retaining an outsized role in the organization of violence.